Well, it's about that time once again. Goody's positioning the center, everybody. Last time we did classic Disney characters on this show, and this time we're going back to the previous season and picking up all the pathetic scraps. That's right, everyone who got last. So let's begin. Ow. Alright. Sully, Blue, Boston Celtics from NBA, Cupcake, Equestria, Cuddles, Fictional Rabbits. John Smith is interesting. This is from me not following my own rules. When it comes to characters making another appearance, I have one rule. Their placements cannot be first or last. And the reason being is that they're guaranteed to come back again, and I don't want them to appear twice in a season. Especially considering. Where was it? Okay, never mind. We could have had a bad situation with Philip appearing in 2 episodes in a row and getting 2 win slots. So no first, no 24ths. Since Philip already appeared last episode, I took him off and replaced him with who got 23rd. So congratulations, John Smith, you get another shot. Will Wheaton, Big Bang Theory. Lee Myung-gi, Squid Games. Dewey, Serpelo. Also, Dewey is today's biggest loser, as his debut episode was in season 7, and he was in the last place of a previous season and lost again. Will he beat Gandalf in being a big loser? I do not know. There's Zane from Rebooted from the Zane episode, a literal fucking bear from Barbie, Ulysses S. Grant from Presidents, Ayla Cesare from Miraculous, Anomaly 14 from the fucking Anomaly Foundation, Scraps, Tim Burton, Protonathan Jonathan Clarefin the third, the fourth. I do not know what to fucking call you now. Yeah, you were from YouTubers. Alex, Minecraft. Iruka, Naruto. The Immortal, or his real name Abraham Lincoln, from Invincible. Mirai, Senran Kagura. Bombalina. Season 6 Women. Jay Walker, Ninjago. Pumbaa, Disney Jr. Bobby Zilch, Psychonauts. Sully the God Pigeon, Animaniacs. Let's go with Iruka and Sully. Let's just do that. I don't really have any attachments, so let's go. Tribute stand on the podiums, horn sounds, Cuddles runs. Jay grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. The Immortal, who can fly, decides to run away. John Smith also runs away. What's up with people grabbing backpacks and not realizing it's empty, Zane? Will, 333, Bombalina, Sully, Iruka, and Dewey run away. Rena Rouge stays at the cornucopia for resources. Bobby runs away with a lighter and some rope. Mirai runs away from the cornucopia. Alex rips a mace out of the bear's hands. You know what? Impressive, but I can see it. Scraps runs away from the cornucopia. Cupcake finds a bag full of explosives. Sully, Proton, the Celtics, and Ulysses share everything together before running. Pumbaa finds 14 hiding in the cornucopia, but 14 kills Pumbaa. Alright, so Pumbaa's gonna be the biggest loser next season. You got lucky. Duowie. 333 scares Cuddles off. Jay tends to Alex's wounds. Iruka searches for a water source. Immortal, Scraps, and Bear get into a fight. A literal bear triumphantly kills them both. You're pathetic. Makes sense, Yamcha. Cupcake searches for a firewood. Please die soon. I don't want you ever returning. John Smith receives medical supplies. Proton tries to sleep through the entire day. Zane thinks about home. 14 explores the arena. Bombalina pushes the Celtics off a cliff during a knife fight. Sully attacks Ulysses, but he manages to escape. Sully searches for a water source. Will is pricked by thorns of picking berries. Bobby kills Rena Rouge for her supplies. Mirai sprains her ankle running away from Duowie. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Already almost a quarter of the cast is dead. Pumbaa, the Immortal, Scraps, the Celtics, and Rena Rouge. With that, we've gone from 24 survivors to 18. No, that's not what I meant to do. Alex and Jay huddle for warmth. Bear stays awake all night. Sully cries himself to sleep. God damn it, Proton. How'd you die to her? Fucking fat, ugly rat. Duowie passes out from exhaustion. John Smith, 333, and Will cheerfully sings on together. Bleh. 14 goes to sleep. Mirai cuddles Bobby and Sully tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Iruka receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Thank you, Naruto. Ulysses receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Bombalina is awoken by nightmares. Zane is awoken by nightmares. Fat Ugly Rat receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. John Smith and Zane work together for the day. Ulysses receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. 14 makes a slingshot. Duoe strangles Will after engaging in a fist fight. Bobby searches for a firewood. Sully goes hunting. Sully and Cuddles work together for the day. Mirai tries to sleep through the entire day. Iruka tends to the bear's wounds. 333 practices archery. Bombalina gets a hatchet, and Alex tends the Jay's wounds. The toys. 2 cannon shots, Proton and Will, which puts us from 19 survivors to 17 survivors. Moving on. Jay, Bombalina, John Smith, and 333 and Duoe sleep in shifts. Bobby tends to his wounds. Mirai cries herself to sleep. Sully, Alex, and 14 discuss the games that might happen in the morning. Ugly Fat Rat and a literal bear huddle for warmth. Fitting, the animal kingdom is getting together. Sully tends to Cuddles his wounds. Zane sees a fire but stays hidden. And Iruka defeats Ulysses in a fight but spares his life. That fits. Ulysses hunts for other tributes. Mirai practices archery. Zane discovers a river. Alex injures herself. Bombalina bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Sully and John Smith work together to drown Iruka. Damn it. Cuddles questions his sanity. Bobby searches for a water source. Jay constructs a shack. 14 discovers a river. Duoe scares Sully off. A literal bear receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. And 333 defeats the ugly fat rat in a fight but spares her life. 333, you could have gained so much respect from me if you just did not spare that ugly fat rat. 2 cannon shots, Bombalina and Iruka, which I believe puts us from 17 survivors to 15, which has District 9 out, but I gotta check now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14? No, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it's 15. From 17 to 15. There we go. Blah. Jay, John Smith, Ugly Fat Rat, Mirai, and 14 sleep in shifts. Cuddles his medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. 333 stays awake all night. Zane catches Duoe off guard and kills him. So Duoe is not going to be the next biggest loser, but isn't going to redeem himself. Sully defeats Alex in a fight but spares a life. Ulysses lets Soleil into a shelter. Bobby screams for help. Bear passes out from exhaustion. Cuddles constructs a shack. Bear and Sully hunt for other tributes. Zane thinks about home. Ulysses diverts 14's attention and runs away. Soleil diverts Mirai's attention and runs away. Jay thinks about home. The ugly fat rat gets clean water. Bobby gets clean water. 333 camouflages himself in the bushes. John Smith defeats Alex in a fight but spares her life. 1 cannon shot. Duoe from District 4. Which now puts us from 15 survivors to 14 survivors, with District 9 being the only one completely out. Almost halfway done. Sully dies from hypothermia, so I can't win. The ugly fat rat starts a fire. Go burn yourself in it. Bobby and the bear huddle for warmth. Mirai and 333 run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Zane cooks his food before putting his fire out. Soleil cries himself to sleep. 14 thinks about winning. Alex sets an explosive off, killing John Smith, Ulysses, Cuddles, and Jay. The cornucopia is replenished with food supplies, summons, and memoirs from tributes' families. Alex and Soleil work together to get more supplies. Cupcake decides not to go to the feast. The ugly fat rat. Die already. Zane and Mirai work together to get more supplies. The bear decides not to go to the feast. Bobby bleeds out due to untreated injuries, as 14 and 333 decide not to go. Alex picks flowers. Zane tracks down and kills 333. Bear, Soleil, Ugly Fat Rat, and 14 track down and kill Mirai. A monstrous hurricane wreaks havoc in the arena. Bear! Yo, let's fucking go. The bear killed the ugly fat rat. Fuck yeah. Zane and Soleil survive. 14 is sucked into the hurricane, and Alex survives. Alright, 10 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Sully from District 1, John Smith from District 3, Ulysses from District 6, Cuddles from District 2, Jay from District 11, Bobby from District 12, 333 from District 4, Mirai from District 10, an ugly fat rat from District 2, and 14 from District 7. So we see everyone's status. Districts 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11 are completely out. And that puts us from 14 survivors to 4. Alright, let's keep going. Sully passes out from exhaustion. The bear dies from an infection. Alex defeats Zane in a fight but spares his life. Sully discovers the river. Alex diverts Zane's attention and runs away. One cannon shot ends the bear. So with that one death, districts 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11 are completely out, which puts us from 4 survivors to 3. Alex tends to her wounds. Zane cries himself to sleep. Sully receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Sully decapitates Alex with a sword, and Zane dies from hypothermia. Sorry, Mr. Fanthron, Admiral the Grand. But there are 2 cannon shots heard in the distance. Alex is one, Zane is the other. Meaning Soleil the God Pigeon from the Animaniacs episode is the winner. I don't want gospel. And that's just going to stay there then. Alright, let's proceed with the ranking. In 24th, Pumbaa. In 23rd, Abraham Lincoln, better known as the Immortal. In 22nd, Scraps. In 21st, the Boston Celtics. In 20th, Alia Cesare, better known as Rena Rouge. In 19th, Protonathan Jonathan Clairfin, the 3rd, the 4th. I don't fucking know. You're at 19th. In 18th, Will Wheaton. In 17th, with 1 kill, Bonbalina. In 16th, Iruka Yumino. In 15th, with 1 kill, Duowi. The Biggest Loser somewhat redeemed himself. In 14th, James P. Sullivan, which was the better of my 2 picks. Yay. In 13th, with 1 kill, Captain John Smith. In 12th, Ulysses S. Grant. In 11th, Cuddles. In 10th, Jay Walker. In 9th, with 1 kill, Bobby Zilch. In 8th, Li Mingyi. In 7th, our farthest going pacifist, the fucking cat maid from Senran Kaguya, Mirai. In 6th, with 2 kills, an ugly fat rat. In 5th, with 2 kills, anomaly number 14. In 4th, with 4 kills, a literal fucking bear. In 3rd, with 4 kills, Alex. In 2nd, with 2 kills, rebooted Zane. And the winner with 3 kills to his name, Soleil the God Pigeon. About average length, district placements in 12th, 9, in 11th, 1, in 10th, 3, in 9th, 6, in 8th, 11, in 7th, 4, in 6th, 10, in 5th, 2, in 4th, 7, in 3rd, 8, in 2nd, 5, and in 1st, 12. There we have it. That'll conclude for this episode of the Hunger Games Simulator, and I completely forgot what next episode is, so excuse me. Alright, so next time we're doing Rainbow Friends, which is something that someone in this comment section has been wanting for a while. Don't worry, you just have to wait a little longer, and by that I mean next week. See y'all next time. Goodbye.